What is poppin' fam? Spanik here, the coach of the New York Rangers, and this is week number 4 of the Western Pokemon League. We are taking on Tripify and his Long Beach Lombres. And he's gotten off to a fast start of the season. He's 2-1 right now. I've heard he's been in this league since season 3, so I'm expecting a top-notch battle right here between two veterans of the format. He's got a very scary team right now. Like, his team actually matches up pretty well against mine. Like, let's look at what he brought here. Victini is actually pretty decent. Scarf Victini actually does have a really good matchup against me. Togekiss is always annoying. Seismitoad actually checks my, switches in and checks my, Terrakion well, but maybe not the set I'm running, but it does eventually. Manaphy is always a threat, even though he doesn't have Z moves on it, so he can't run, like, Z Rain Dance, Double Dance shenanigans. Raiku's annoying, and Gudra counters my Thundurus pretty well, which otherwise kind of goes in on his team. Anyway, some notable unbrings I realized he didn't bring. He didn't bring his Mega Pinsir, which was very surprising on my end. Well, I knew there could have been a nice ace in the hole for him, but alas, he didn't bring that either. Just some notable unbrings I kind of noticed. And now let's get into my team. I have here a Double Dance Terrakion, because that kind of Double Dance Fightinium Z Terrakion. I thought about running Rockinium because I didn't want him a Stone Edge on like Togekiss or something, but Fightinium is nice to nuke the Seismitoad, which I figured was going to be his kind of main answer to this, like a Fizz-Def Seismitoad. So if I'm not able to weaken that, I can at least Fightinium Z knock it out. Same thing with the Manaphy, or even the Gudra. Well, Raikou, even that could be annoying. We have a typical Alola Ninetales, so it's just a Veil setup mon. So just a typical one to set up Veil. Dark Pulse, Freeze, Dry, Toxic, and I think Veil is the 4th move. We have Scarf DT with U-Turn, T-Bolt, Grass Knot, and Thunder is actually the 4th move. In case you wanted to bring like Rain Manaphy shenanigans, I could just drop Thunders on things. Although he did kind of prep nicely to counteract my Thundurus, like Gudra and Raikou are both pretty solid answers to it. Seismitoad, not really, because I have Grass Knot. Next we have Jellicent, Rindoberry, because this thing was my semi-answer to Lanoon should that have come, because it gets Seed Bomb, and I figured he was going to run that over Shadow Claw, so because that also hits my Terrakion as well, so I figured that's why he was going to bring that. And Jellicent was Rindo. Also, Rindo was nice against an Energy Ball Manaphy. With I have recovered 3 attacks. 3 attacks being Scald, Giga Drain, and Ice Beam. Scald because I can land burns. Giga Drains actually was a tech for the Manaphy or the Seismitoad. So yeah, we're going with that. We have AB Incineroar, and it's mainly built there to check Victini. I wish this thing got Pursuit, but it doesn't. And it doesn't unfortunately get Pursuit, and that's really disappointing. And last but not least, we have Nidoqueen, which is just Stealth Rocks, 3 attacks. Physical, 3 attacks being Ice Punch, Poison Jab, and Sucker Punch. In case something like Manaphy gets out of hand, or it could pick off a Victini, if necessary. Also, this is my main Raikou check, even though I'm not packing Earthquake or any Ground Stab this week. So yeah, that's my team. Can the Rangers remain undefeated against Tripify and the Lombre? We'll find out in a minute. Also, I want you guys to stay tuned to the end of this video. I have a special announcement coming. I have a special announcement on an upcoming series coming soon to the channel. And the requirements that's going to be met. And the requirement that needs to be met so I could do that series. So, first off, let's get into this game first, and then we'll get to the announcement. So he decides to leave it his Seismitoad as I decide to leave it my Nidoqueen. Figured I just get up rocks right away here because it forces Defog with the Togekiss. So I just got into my Jellicent on the potential Scald. And he gets up his own rocks here, so I decided to just fire off the Giga Drain. Get some big damage on that thing. I thought about running Energy Ball instead, but I opted to run Giga Drain because I can get some health back. As he does just fire off the Toxic here, which is completely fine. As I will just kill him off here with the Giga Drain. As now he goes into the Raikou, and now this thing is very scary. This thing is really scary. As I go out into my Thundee expecting the electric move to come here, but he actually does reveal the sub, which is very not. It's not cash money of him to set up a sub there because my U-turn, as you can see, does not break the sub, and now it's really looking bad for your boy. Subs combine Raikou. It's really bad. I thought about Sucker Punching here to break the sub, but I thought he was going to start trying to set up here. so I didn't do that. As I go into my Incineroar, and I'm able to just fake out here to break the sub as he goes for, or I don't fake out, as he goes for a Calm Mind, as I'm able to just U-turn to break the sub. And now I go out into my Terrakion, as I figure, okay, my mindset on my Terrakion here was, alright, if he's modest for some reason, I outspeed him, or I had three options here for going into Terrakion. One, I could bluff Scarf. And he could force a switch out. Two, if he's modest Raikou, I outspeed him. Because I did have enough speed on this thing for his base 100s. Even though I'm double dance. And number three, it's actually a roll in my favor to live a +2 Thunderbolt if he's timid. So, I think the roll is like 87 or 102 with my spread. So yeah, I kind of go Terrakion here because I could bluff Scarf. I could I could either bluff Scarf. I'm faster than him if he's modest, or I could actually live a +2 T-Bolt from this thing. So I decided to go to my Terrakion here, and he does fall for the Scarf bluff. Either that or he was modest as he goes into the Goodra, and I'm just gonna fire up my Titanium Z. I wasn't playing any games with that Raikou. He couldn't really set up a sub on me. As now he goes into the Manaphy as I go into my Ninetales Alolan, as he just fires off the Surf here. And now I'm going to be able to just set up my Veil, and I think my Double S Terrakion should be able to clean up this game soon, as I am able to set up the Veil here on the Big Teeny. I get to scout to see if he's Scarfed, and I actually do live the Bolt Strike, so I will be able to get some damage off on this thing. So yeah, he is Scarfed because he has split my Ninetales, and this is actually the setup fodder I exactly needed here. So now I'm able to go into my Terrakion and just set up the Rock Polish and the SD, and Terrakion should be able to clean up this game if I'm able to hit a Stone Edge on the Togekiss. That's pretty much what this game is going to come down to now. Because Teeny dies to close combat, I don't have to risk the Stone Edge on that thing. He has no other priority on his team. Togekiss comes out. Do we hit the Stone Edge? We do hit the Stone Edge, and that is going to be GG. The crit did not matter. I am a +2 Terrakion. I don't care what his investment was. And yeah, Terrakion is going to be able to get the last kill. So GG Tropify, you did give me a nice scare early on with the Raikou. Very, very, very scary. Call my Raikou there, but luckily we were able to prevail. He did end up telling me after the game that he actually was a modest Raikou. So my Terrakion actually did outspeed the Raikou anyway. So the switch out there was actually, so that's why I understand the switch out there. He didn't really fall for my bluff. In a way, he was just, my Terrakion did actually outspeed him, so GG the Trope was a fun one. Next week we take on the Pokemaster Mike and the New York Muse. A nice New York showdown next week, so hopefully we can remain undefeated against Mike and the Muse. And now I have a special announcement. I recently looked at my sub feed and noticed I have about 85 to 87 subs. I think last time I checked it was 87. So we're eclipsing on 100 subscribers. And because of this milestone, if once we reach 100 subscribers, I will be doing an LP on this channel. An LP of the game Dragon Rampa Trigger Happy Havoc. I think it's what it's called or something like that. It's a game I've seen a lot of discourse discussion about. And it looks like a fun game, per se. It's not going to be a completely blind playthrough because I know of, just by listening into some of these discussions of the game and many Discords I'm in, I know of some of the characters, their traits, and pretty much the main exposition of the story. So it's not really it's not a completely blind playthrough. But nonetheless, it should be an interesting experience. As I hear it's a lot of twists and turns, seems like a fun game, and I'll be doing that as a 100 subscriber special. Once we hit the 100 sub special, you'll be getting a Dragon Rampa LP on this channel. So let's panic out, and I will see you guys for WPL week 5 next Sunday against Mike and the New York Muse. Peace.